Hello and welcome to Baboonery. I need to film this way because of Christopher Lambert looking for France up there. This Baboonery is going to be a bit like the Relic where I just look at the film and go, what the fuck really? Baboonery was originally meant to be about me observing stuff and going, what the fuck's going on there? Or the whole Malteser incident again. The amount of people that sent me pictures on Christmas Day going, oh thanks mate, can't have these, do you want them? I was like, yeah, I'll have 3 Maltesers. But also the 4-way movie reviews I've done now. I've filmed the second one. I haven't got round to editing it yet. I'll try and get round to speaking by the end of this video. Speaking! Oh my god, it's going to be one of them nights. Wow, this light is so bright I look like Casper. Now this Baboonery has come out of nowhere, so it's great to go into this unprepared, sort of. I mean sort of, like horsey! Horsey are getting a bit crazy these days. Anyway, I wrote this review for Fast Forward Reviews. I wrote the outline, hadn't done any digging about the production or anything like that. I recently, on the 4-way movie review, I've done a review rant for Highlander Search of Vengeance, because this was fucking awesome. And if you didn't know, Highlander is one of my favourite movies growing up because it's my dad's favourite movie. He banged on about Highlander all the time. That's a big box version I got. Bit rattly that one. And this Baboonery is going to be about Highlander 2, The Quickening. Now by the time this comes out, Highlander 5, The Source, or The Sorcerer, whatever the fuck that film was called, that review's been filmed, edited, uploaded, but it's probably going to come out about the same time as this review comes out. So check out the Highlander review for that. So that just leaves me Highlander 3 and Highlander 4 and whatever that TV show is. What the fuck, I don't care. So Highlander 1 was a massive movie for the time. Christopher Lambert, unknown actor, was Sean Connery, yes, Scottish guy, playing the Spaniard, or a fucking Egyptian as someone ranting on about on one of the videos on YouTube. Christopher Lambert, French guy, playing a Scottish guy. It was a bit quick. Armed with an awesome soundtrack by Queen, it was just awesome. Sword fights and mythology, and it had a good idea. You know, you're immortal, go around and behead someone. When you're the last person, that's it, you die. Or respawn. It was just, you know, there was a lot of things left open about the original, so a sequel was well in demand. My dad waited for the midnight opening of Highlander 2 back in the day when he lived in England, and he's never recovered about that. He actually told me about that yesterday on the phone when I mentioned something, which you're going to find out later on. He was like, yeah, kid, for the midnight opening of that. Yes, I know, father, I know. Christopher Lambert is down south later on this year, or next year. I don't know, it's nearly New Year's Eve. And hopefully maybe meet Christopher Lambert next year. So that'll be a bit of an adventure, maybe something to look out for. Maybes, just maybes. I don't know. So back to the Baboonery rant, we got Highlander 2, The Quickening, and everyone was like, oh, Highlander 2, and I was, oh. Now I had this for a very long time. I did a tribute video for Highlander where I had a massive rant about Christopher Lambert looking for France in every year edition of the covers, and I ended up in Scotland. Went absolutely batshit crazy, so check that video out. I also did a video for the new 30th anniversary, which is up there. I did a video about that. I'm even working on my new Spain film, and Christopher Lambert's going to pop up in that. Look, that's Highlander, really? What's that about? Now, the Highlander's got like a cult following, just like The Crow. And like The Crow, how every time they try to make a sequel, TV show, kind of spin-off, obviously Brandon Lee had passed away, so replacing The Crow, that was their problem, trying to get someone to fill in for Brandon Lee. And like even like people like Martin Costa tried a bit with the TV show. With the Highlander, they had the original actor, Sean Connery even came back. He's clearly dead in the original, and they had the same director. What they didn't have was the same writer. But the writer was left, you know what I mean? The writer was like, I don't want to make a sequel of that. Oh, he was too busy doing Backdraft. One of those things. Hey, look at that. I was one of the last people in the world to film Backdraft at Universal Studios in America. Bit random, isn't it? Whew. Back to Baboonery. So Highlander 2 comes along and it's got local occasions. Wonderful, amazing, brilliant, and must see for everyone. Really? Who paid you? Just 17. What the fuck? Spectacular. A knockout. That wasn't a very good knockout. It was just in the... Whoa, fuck me. That was a bit close. I felt the wind of that one. Yes, this Baboonery will be a bit crazy. You might as well just turn us off now. Do the whole condog thing. Horsey! This film has drove me a bit nuts. An all-action blockbuster, loads of actions, first rate. Fuck, who paid for them? Anyway. Wow. Christopher Lambert's on a flying skateboard on the back. Wow. Okay, so this is the original review I wrote for Fast Forward Reviews, and I'm going to try and read it out right now for you. Are you ready? Years after his final battle, Connor MacLeod has grown old. Really old. The world has turned into a dark, desperate time. For 25 years, the Shield, which is sort of a laser beam, Connor MacLeod came up to save the ozone layer with his friends. It's created this massive laser beam and make the sky red and protect the ozone layer, completely blocking out the sun from everybody. And what I meant to say in that was completely blocking the sun out from everyone's eyes. I don't know why I want everyone's eyes, but I'm trying to follow a script and winging it. But all of a sudden, new immortals arrive from space. What? Connor McLeod has gone from an old man doing the whole Curious Case of Benjamin Button and does the metamorphosis backwards as he is suddenly reborn as Connor McLeod, looking like the same time he did in the last movie. You know, his prime, a couple of years after the original film, his prime. He is once again immortal, and it's up to him to stop the new Immortals, while chatting up a new girlfriend and trying to help her crack the shield, stop the shield, what's happening with the shield. You know, it's the right time for everything. It's a kind of magic. So along with an old dead friend who turns up for a lovely glorified cameo and a big paycheck, I'd imagine, they take on the shield. Not Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rogen. Seth Rollins. Sorry, Seth. Whoops. They set out to save the day. There can only be one. Now there's two Highlander movies. Wow. So that's the outline of the movie. It's baffling, really. Baffling. Conor McLeod's a dying old man, the gift of immortal now, you know, living out his life. Got bored, tried to save the world with a big laser, cause havoc, really. Desperate times, he's hated by everybody. Everyone knows who Conor McLeod is. Anyway, Highlander 1 is a cult classic. Everything from the story, even the acting's questionable, but even the acting, especially the soundtrack, the locations, the look is amazing. So this film starts off with a high-tech build-up, shows you how the shield was formed, satellites, big illusions of the skies and all that, and it looks pretty epic. It then has two massive, long, epic crane shot takes. And you think, what's going on here? Then the music suddenly starts and it's like Highlander 2. This is going in the opera and stuff, and Conor McLeod is falling asleep and all that. And it's epic opera shots and all that. What's going on here? What is this, Baboonery? The movie finally starts and all of a sudden Conor McLeod is a fucking alien. And like, what the fuck? What? E.T. phone home Conor McLeod, please. Really? So you find out that Conor McLeod is an alien, and so is Sean Connery, and they are banished to Earth. Decades beforehand, millenniums beforehand, 500 years beforehand, actually. So you probably think right now Sean Connery's in a flashback, you know, Sean Connery in the past, an alien, Sean Connery the alien leader kind of thing. Alright, that's how Sean Connery's back in it. Alright, okay, I get that, okay, I'm fine. Okay, fine. Michael Ironside, who looks like he's just fell out of fucking Total Recall, basically is the bad guy, and after waiting for 500 years, he decides to come to Earth along with the fucking band Static X to take out Conor McLeod. What was he bored after 500 years? It's all of a sudden, right, I'll go to Earth now. It's like, there's a massive jump. There's like, right, Conor McLeod, we're going to get revenge on Conor McLeod. It's like that. You've waited 500 years, and now you're coming down to rain hell. Really? So random. But to give Highlander 2 a little bit of credit, the design of the aliens when they come down, I mentioned Static X before and all that, with all the dreadlocks and looking a bit like dope with all the leather going on there. It's quite funky. It's definitely ahead of its time, so definitely give you credit Highlander for that. They then have flying skateboards. What the fuck? Did someone watch Back to the Future 2 and make a few mental notes? Michael Ironside also crashes all the way through the planet and into the subway on a moving train and just goes nuts. He literally goes nuts. This makes speed look slow. The film is so revved up, and all you've got is Michael Ironside screaming like, ah! Driving this train for no apparent reason, just gone fucking completely nuts. Once again, was he bored? And you've got to remember, this is from the same director. And you'd be, what the fuck? Now, casting Michael Ironside as a baddie is... don't get me wrong, Michael Ironside is a really good actor, but obviously he was the bad guy in Watchers and Total Recall, and this film does look a little bit like Total Recall. It's got that futuristic, damp kind of thing you've got going on in the early 90s. Pray the Roller Boys, damp night times. Running Man, damp. Anytime it's night time, it's just damp. Then all of a sudden, Sean Connery is back from the dead. You think, what the fuck's going on now? Oh, it turns into like a comedy sidekick. It's at this point you think, there's definitely something missing from this movie. There's clearly something missing. Really bad. The special effects in this are quite bad now. They have not aged well at all, but this could be redeveloped in some way, I hope, for a Blu-ray release, restored, but the special effects have not aged well. Now there is rumours of a rogue cut. I've wrote rogue cut on there about being told a few times that there's a rogue edition of Highlander 2 and that could fix the problems. Really? I'm not sure. This film is so baffling. You know, I'm just completely baffled by this movie. Okay, so that's the review I'd wrote, like the outline, the first draft of it. Didn't go back to it, didn't watch the film again, fucking hell. Didn't do any research about budget, year, cast, coincidences mistakes, continuity errors, didn't go into all that. The reason why I'm doing that, there's something in the background that's always been there all the way through this Baboonery. And I've also got this given to me today. This is a Christmas present off the movie pop guy, Paul Ray. Of Ray's Films, whatever he wants to call himself. Hi, Paul Ray. So, what's in this? Now, before we open this, I actually have a brief idea. I've been looking around. It's in one of the retro videos, if you want to trace back through there, it pops up there. I did have a piracy version of Highlander 2 on VHS. People couldn't wait to see Highlander 2, and they were like, whoa, fuck that. Honestly, what the fuck?
Come back.
Hiya.
What do you think of this?
This is fucking brilliant, but piracy funds terrorism. It's true.
I know piracy funds terrorism. Also the advert says, in the last decade, especially in the last decade, digital has become a massive thing. Now, back in the 80s, 70s, early 90s, video piracy was on the rise. People were getting around it, but it's not a big thing as piracy these days, where people are just putting a disc in a computer, copying it, burning it, sticking it on YouTube, sticking it on a torrent, or sticking it in a Fire Stick. You know, I mean, Netflix and all that. Piracy really paved the way for how films are watched now. But people still love to own stuff. But there is a few occasions. This is the only video I own like this. This is a piracy copy of Highlander 2. First off, who the fuck would want Highlander 2 to begin with?
I know exactly. What's so funny about it?
It's time for a new kind of magic. Oh shit.
It's the soundtrack cover.
Oh, wait a minute. Dude, music from and inspired by the film. So this even has the soundtrack cover. It's got a spine. Even has a number. Someone's gone through great things for this. On the back, 1991. The ozone, missing the E, around the earth has disappeared. McCloud creates a protecting shield for the world. His opponent, fucking hell, I can't read the rest. Stars Christopher Lambert, who, yeah, he's now looking up for France. Inside, I have no idea what's inside this. It's the snuff. There's nothing on that.
It is snuff.
Oh man. The dad's birthday is coming to Christmas. I might just send him that all the way to New Zealand, you know. Oh fucking hell. But while we're on the case of Highlander, that is amazing. That is the original retro video. I love that. And Highlander, it wasn't that bad also here. Highlander on Monday gone was released for 30th anniversary on Blu-ray, which is absolutely awesome. I watched that last night. Stunning. But yeah.
So what's in this first? This is the new edition, and let's have a look. Fucking cool. Yes. No Christmas flavor. I did have a quick picture. It's got a pound on it. Gift here. You got this from a charity shop. This is Highlander 2. El Des Afro Arsenio. Christopher Lambert. Wow, Christopher Lambert's got the fucking weird spelling. There's no H in Christopher Lambert. They've spelled Christopher Lambert's name wrong on the front of the box. Now I know Christopher Lambert is French. It goes off Christophe or Lambert. But they're missing the H for a start. Sean Connery, Raina Madsen. So we've got a planet on the front cover of this one. We had a planet on the other one. It's very similar to the DVD I've got. It's got no age rating on there. On the back, Christopher Lambert looking scary. Big synopsis of the film. Christopher Lambert is spelt right on the back of the box. So that's clearly got a spell mistake on the front of the box. Okay, well done there. It's all in Spanish. Inside though, wow, Christopher Lambert looking for France. On that, whoa! Now, Lost Immortals. Now, before when I showed you my Spanish version, so this is technically Highlander 2 on Spanish, so thanks, Paul. The disc has got a few scratches on there. And for some reason, I've got a still of The Simpsons, Yum Yum Donuts, and South Park in here. I have no idea why. Anyway, is it a flip cover? No, it's not. So anyway, that was Highlander 2 from Paul Ray. Thank you very much, Paul Ray. Okay, can you see it now? I got some Christmas presents of Annie last week. They were fucking awesome, and one of the ones which blew me away was this one you're about to see in this video. Breakfast cut. Wow, it's a renegade version. Do you know where that
I
is?
have no idea what that is, but there you go.
Dan Percy's just fucking shit himself. Wow. So Christopher Lambert is back looking. Well, he's looking at his feet on this cover. I've never seen a cover like this. Paul Ray, the movie guys, bought me Highlander 2 the other day. Highlander 2 Renegade cut. Been there all this time up there. So Highlander 1, Christopher Lambert looking for friends with Sean Connery in the background. Highlander 2, the Renegade cut. Christopher Lambert, Virginia Madsen, Michael Ironside and Sean Connery. The widescreen director's cut, including the featurette Highlander 2. They can only... Highlander 2, to be or not to be? A sequel? Question mark. What the fuck? See, even the creators knew someone went fucking wrong with this one. Now, I would love to watch this, but the problem is it has a big crack in it. And a lot of tape mold's got in there because the air's got into it. So I'm not willing to put that in my VHS. So, if anyone's watching this, I'm first off, if you're a big Highlander fan, I am too. I like to have a good waffle now and again just to get it out there, you know, like living the dream with Highlander films. If anyone's seen this, someone give us a shout out. Well, what do you think of the movie? It's Christopher Lambert looking down there with creepy eyes as well. That's a bit like, okay, looking down. He's not looking for Francis to give up, he's just walking. Anyway, so let us know what the difference is. Runtime though, I can tell you about the runtime. This is on for 109 minutes. This one is on for 86 minutes, so there's a lot of extra content in this. So the extra 23 minutes, will it make a difference? I hope so. 23 minutes is a long time with Sean Connery going to come back from the dead. Is it Kirkham back? Is Clancy Brown back, is he? Is that an alternative scene? Does it make any sense? Why is it rattling so much? Anyway, so thanks for watching Baboonery ranting. I hope you enjoyed this. I like doing this. I like revisiting old films and having a good rant rather than write a script down for it and do it as a fast forward reviews where I'm censored sort of thing. It just takes so fucking long to get around to editing because I just fucking waffle on for ages to be like, oh yeah, I'm getting there, and I'll have to cut. I mean, God damn it. Thanks for watching. Remember, there can only be one. Goodbye.